Hello everybody, I'm Toyah, this is Eno.
And I'm Robert.
Eno is sans balls.
Well, what can we say? I'm not sure that's quite an upbeat moment, but nevertheless, this is Toyah and Robert with guest star at the moment, Eno, with our upbeat moments of the week.
I found this week incredibly hard because the bunnies went to the vet and I was not happy about everyone advising that male bunnies need to be neutered. And I was in tears most of the day, but they've flown through it. They have flirted endlessly with the nurses. Everyone at the vets has fallen in love with them because they are beautiful. And they came back and they were okay.
Well, we now have to announce to our chums out there that Frippanini, I like that Frippanino are now castrati.
It's horrible.
Well, what to say?
I don't think it's going to calm them down for a while.
Well, I was concerned when we went to the vets that my wife might ask for 3 for 2.
Well, I did, but they refused. But anyway, Bug, what's your upbeat moment?
All right, one of the many upbeat moments this week, and I best get on with one of them before Eno begins to steal the scene. In my organising of my space, my office, I have revisited this. Last week it was the original artwork for Larkstones in Aspic Part. Well, Larkstones in Aspic. This week it's original artwork for the back of King Crimson Starless and Bible Black. This is by Tom Phillips, the other Eno's art teacher.
Wow.
This Night Wounds Time. This is a humorment from Tom Phillips' Humorment series.
That's incredible. Oh. Hello. that was the phone, not the bunny. Hang on.
There we are, little bunny.
Okay.
Yes,
we're
good.
coming.
Yes.
This is just, typical thing in this household.
As I said, little lovey, it's a good job I got on with one of my many upbeat moments of the week.
Well, I'm going to just put this little bunny down, and in a minute, I'm going to bring in the other little bunny. So can you keep talking?
Well, I'm not sure I can keep talking about anything much at all, but we'll return to this, a humorment. This is by Tom Phillips, Brian Eno's art teacher, who describes Brian Eno, as his star pupil.
I'm going to have to buy this bunny a bigger litter box because when he empties his bladder, Eno's coming over.
Oh!
He misses his box.
I don't know what to say, dear.
This beautiful, beautiful goes between my legs. Okay. Sorry, this is chaotic. So thank you for keeping talking, Robert.
Well, I did break down, little lovey.
Did you?
Yes, I did. I had nothing further to say.
Okay, all right. Well, perhaps we'll put an edit in. So I had a meeting this week in Kenilworth. It's a place I very rarely go to, and it's 34 miles from here. And I realised when I got to where the meeting was, I was right next door to a hotel I stayed at when I filmed The Tempest. This is Derek Jarman's Tempest. And I played Miranda in it. Beautiful, beautiful film. So I was right next to the Riverside Hotel. And this is where we stayed during the shoot of this iconic film. And then I realised we were next to Stoneleigh Abbey, which we got snowed into during the shoot. He's just given me a nip like, stop putting me on this pillow. During the shoot, we got snowed into Stoneleigh Abbey and it was beautiful. We were snowed in for 3 days and 3 nights and we carried on filming. This is the Derek Jarman movie. And where I had this meeting was right next to the Abbey and the hotel where we stayed. So when I started The Tempest, I think I was 22, 23, probably 22. And I got acting nominations for this role. It was very important in my career, but I hadn't learned how to drive. So a friend gave me a driving lesson and I accidentally drove the car into the reception of the hotel. So it was really...
You mean through the window?
Through the window. It was such a punk thing to do. It certainly wasn't deliberate. I just hadn't found the brakes. And back then, we didn't have automatic cars in this country. Every car was a gear car, and I never got the hang of gear cars.
Gear shifting was not for you, lovey.
But right next to Stoneleigh Abbey, because I went searching for it, the entrance, is literally the line for the high-speed train.
Wow.
Literally, I ended up in the building site where they were putting in the tracks. And they were very forgiving because the locals have to take this road as well. And I ended up with a kind of road builder showing me the way out and how to find Stoneleigh Abbey. But it was the HS2 development right next to Stoneleigh Abbey. Extraordinary. Wow. They're going to hear everything. But he's getting antsy.
Oh.
Bear with me, everybody, because I cannot put him on the floor because Eno's in this room.
All right, so...
Say goodbye, Fripp. Whee!
So I've been looking at alternative names. We know that Fripp and Eno, these are the surnames, but what are their Christian names, as it were? What are their given names? Well, my wife has said that Fripp is like a sack of potatoes, meaning Fripp is a bulky bunny, a heavy bunny, much heavier than Eno. So I picked up on this, how to say sack of potatoes very quickly.
He's not a sack of potatoes.
Well, I thought Spud Fripp, but Spud is really not a sufficiently appropriate word for an animal of his dignity and
For
gravity.
me, Fripp has always, even before we got him, I knew I wanted a white bunny called Puka. Because one of my short stories is called Puka. And when you look up Puka, because you might not know what one is, it's a very powerful, shape-shifting spirit that
What did you say, dear?
does that as well, that shifts into the shapes of other animals, sometimes humans, and causes a lot of trouble. So I really like the idea that Fripp is Puka Fripp.
But you see, that doesn't fall off my Dorset-laden lips.
He can't say it because he's from Dorset.
Puka.
Puka.
Well, Spud does fall off my lips, or even I have used Spud potato, but somehow it's not worthy of an animal of this.
He's not a spud. He's absolutely beautiful. Or Eno could, because of Eno, can suddenly turn on a pin from being an absolute saint to a monster. Eno could be Attila the Bun.
All right.
Everybody, we will have a vintage Sunday lunch for you tomorrow. We're gearing up for a new Sunday lunch next week and an April Fool's Day as well. So we'll see you soon anyway, very soon.
Lots of love from Robert.
And from me and from the bunnies.